So before going ahead, can you please share about something about yourself and your organization?
Hi Nandita, good afternoon. I'm Subhash Singh, Punjabi. I'm working with Deepak Fertilisers and Petrochemicals as a CISO and head of enterprise architecture there. I'm with them since around last 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So, sir, can you share a turning point in your career when you realized how critical cybersecurity is?
Yeah, good point. Let's rewind to 2007 when actually I was leading IT operations, applications, network, at that time. And then at that time, the cybersecurity as a term itself wasn't even part of daily conversation. It was mostly about uptime. So people are talking about uptime, then antivirus, firewalls, the basic level of IT security. People are talking about it. But that year, what happened is global campaign like Shadi RAT, and Night Dragon were started. These are the we can say the initial state when they have came up, and they have shown the targeted attacks which is silently infiltrated in corporate networks. So around the same time, many organizations they have faced a massive attack, which within their environment overnight it spreads across the mails through their mail system, disruption of business operations, and forcing them into a long downtime. So what it was is it was not that sophisticated attack like today what we talk about zero-day attack, right? But then I realized at that time that cybersecurity wasn't just a technical function, but it was an enterprise risk discipline, and where everyone has to be the part of it.
Yes.
From that point onwards, I shifted my focus from managing systems, applications, or network to trust-based systems. So how to trust that, and I began embedding cybersecurity into governance, awareness, and culture. So because when we talk about cybersecurity, awareness is very important. So ensuring it became everyone's responsibility, not just IT's. Only IT can't do anything. It's not just a technical. That moment truly shaped the way I lead cybersecurity today. So that was the major turning point.
Okay, sounds good, sir. So, what's the most surprising or creative cyber threat you have ever come across?
Oh, so we talk about this. So, well, this reminds me one of the most creative cyber incident I heard about was at a peer organization, not with us, but a peer organization has happened. But honestly saying, it could have happened to any one of us. It's not that it can happen only to them. It can happen to any one of us. So just before, so what they have done, no, it's very tricky. What they have done is very, we can say the uh, psychological way they have done. So just before their appraisal cycle, which normally happens in the March, April in every organization. So employees received what looks like a very official HR email. The subject line said that mandatory performance review. And then they said action is required. Okay. So now who's going to ignore in the appraisal cycle if somebody asks that your performance review and you have to work on this particular mail? So everyone, the logo of this company, same tone, even the HR signature was also on that. So people clicked faster than they would click on the Diwali bonus type of mail. And within an hour, attacker had dozen of login credential access to it from the systems because it was a totally a phishing mail. So it wasn't a fancy zero-day exploit, but it was a human psychology, perfectly timed. So what happened? There's a time in March, April, everybody is talking about the appraisals and other things. At that time, this mail came, and near about everyone, majority of employees haven't clicked on that mail, and the credential has got theft. So when I heard that, I laughed at that first. That how the people can do this. But then I paused, and because that could easily happen anywhere. It can happen to anyone. It's not only to that organization. It can happen to anyone. So after getting that, I have revamped it my own awareness program. So not just as a PowerPoint or what we are giving on the Word or email body, but then I have started something of phishing simulation, fun quizzes for my team, even some healthy competition we have done. So what we are seeing here is that he taught me one thing that technology can block a virus but it can't block the curiosity. It's a curious. People are curious. So they have directly clicked on that. So that's why building a human firewall is still our best defense. That was I learned from that particular incident.
Yes. Okay, sir. So, sir, from your perspective, what are the top cybersecurity threats businesses face even today?
Now, if you talk about the uh, top threats, so it comes mainly in the today we say that rapidly evolving threat landscapes are majorly on phishing and credential theft. Because, because when they do phishing, so it's a totally a human psychology. Technology can't do anything there. So I think that phishing and the credential theft are the huge problem. Attackers are getting more sophisticated, and even experienced employees can be tricked. For that, anyone can be there. So, like ransomware and malware are also on the rise, disrupting operations across sector, including finance, healthcare, manufacturing. You are also now people are doing the IoTs when we say shop floor. But these are the main things. Then their new frontier are that AI-driven attack. AI-driven attacks like deepfakes and prompt injection attacks, and automated phishing. Now earlier phishing campaign they do it can be now automated. So earlier we said that there are one or two attack and the time required for the attacker to do a phishing attack was too high. Now coming with AI and machine learning, it is too fast for them. So they also attack nowadays. Also, small businesses are getting attacked. These are them. The third point what I have seen is that is supply chain vulnerabilities. Normally, people concentrate on their own area, each organization. So they make their own area or very much we can say the secure proof everything they do. But when they are working with their vendors, customers, partners, service providers, so these comes as a supply chain. If they are not that secured, so from that backdoor entry, various attacks are coming up. So supply chain vulnerabilities nowadays are booming, and everybody is saying that everybody is attacking on that area first. But that is easy for them because when we talk about any company, so they have got small vendors also where they are supporting.
Hmm.
So their security systems is not that powerful. So all this shows that cybersecurity isn't just a technology issue anymore. It's about the process, awareness, and building a culture where everyone is part of the defense. So it's a full cycle. We have to talk about our vendor, partners, customers, consultants, and we. So it's a one part we have to take. Then only we can definitely work with the and we can get rid of such type of security incident.
Correct. So, sir, many think cybersecurity is purely a tech issue. How big a role do people and culture play in preventing attacks?
I think this when we talk about the cyber security, so I believe that 80 to 90% is people. Through technology, what we can do mainly we can find out what are the vulnerabilities, and we can just get a maybe the alerts from it. So it's just isn't just about the technology, but people and culture are often the first line of defense because through technology we'll get alerts and somebody has to go and work on it. So I can say the single careless or weak password can bypass all the best tools. But whenever we say tool, so it has got various things into it, which we can say the password, we can say the its authorizations. So these are the very basic things, and which can be taken care of by only people. So here I say single careless click or weak password can bypass the base tool. So tool can't work everything. That's why building a security first culture is so critical. That is first. Leadership setting the tone, employees understanding the why, and regular simulation to make security a habit. It is a culture building. Security is a culture, and it has to be in all the thoughts of the people. So technology set the boundaries, but human behavior, awareness, vigilance share the responsibilities. So the behavior when we talk about, if the people knows if they are doing something, what is the repercussion of it, then definitely they can work on it. So that's the way we say awareness, vigilance, and shared responsibility protects the organization, not only tool. I think people culture is more than the tool what we have. Technology is just enabler, but actual works by the people only.
Okay. So, sir, which emerging technologies could transform the fight against cybersecurity, the cyber threats?
Mainly now, see, when we talk about the AI, which we everybody knows it's a double-edged sword. So emerging technology, there are multiple, but if we talk just about the AI, so AI, bad people are using mainly. We know that they are using AI for making the attacks. But at the same time, if in our cyber security we use AI, then all the things which are coming, like all the logs, we normally check the logs for the is there any incident. But if we have got AI enabled machine learning is there in that, so we will get only the exceptions to it where we can immediately work. So that is the emerging technologies. We have to use it to combat the bad culture or bad people who are attackers. So the anomalies we should detect properly from that. So anomaly detection, if you use AI, ML to it, it's very easy and it will be fast. And we have to be fast because the people who are attackers are there. For them, that's a better bread and butter. If it fails once, it will be a big problem for all of us. So similarly, you talk about zero trust architecture and behavioral analysis. We say about the user behavioral and entity. So that is also a thing which everybody should use it. The game changer is combining this technology with human insight. So wherever we say human in loop, what we talk is very important here. Automating detection while empowering teams to act directly, like SOAR. People are using SOAR nowadays, and which has to be done, which has to be taken care by all. But people are just trying to use as of now. So where all the acts which are coming from your SOC, multiple are automated. So people time can be utilized for the better things. And immediate act we can do on this. The immediate action of anything we can do it. So that is the SOAR we can say. These are the three, four things which are emerging as of now.
Yes, sir. So, what do you think? How can companies ensure business continuity after a major cyber attack?
Yeah, this is a very good point, and I think it's a very pertinent question for everyone because I believe that when we are saying about the cyber security or attack, so I think everybody should first think and assume that they might have get already attacked or they will definitely get attacked in future. If this mindset is there, then they will be ready that like something is happen, what they will do to make their business continue immediately. Like small thing, they have to do the tabletop exercises. They have to simulate it. Like your attack has happened. What type of role who has played? Because when attack happens, it is not only a IT. It is business and not only one person, but it's a multiple function who takes care. Also, again, it has got other side also, other than your technology, is your how people are communicating. If that your company is suppose maybe registered with SEBI, correct? How we will talk. If that communication goes wrong, your share price can go down drastically, even if that problem is not there. So communication is also key to it. So if we talk about the cyber attack, first thing is that we have to access business continuity with understanding critical processes. What are the critical processes? What are the dependencies? That is very important. And what processes we can immediately start so that your business is not getting stopped. We should run the scenario based drills, as I said earlier. It is a scenario based drills we should do. We should understand if something happen, how that communicator will communicate with the outsider parties. That is also very important thing here. Then which type of application should start immediately? Means in a bare minimum time. Immediate means a bare minimum time. There will be some time, but how it can be start? Once we start that, what type of total we can say if we have got 100 as a total. So what type of things like 50% how we can start immediately, 60% how we can start immediately, how we can stop the maybe the data loss to it. So that all care we should take. The key is not just restoring system. It's not that much, but ensuring the organization can continue delivering service safely and effectively while learning from the incident and to strengthen resilience. So we have to see how resilient we are. So it's not only we are given something and will not get attacked. Just assume that you will get attacked and what all things you will do is a crux. If you want to be a business continuity, you want to keep that in place. So that is very important in my view.
Okay. So, sir, one last question, and this is a personal question, and I think it will connect with a lot of people. So, usually I save my passwords in my notepad. So, how safe is that?
It's safe. It is very dangerous. It's not safe. The safe word doesn't come into it. First and foremost is that no one should, because in all my awareness sessions when I take awareness from outside also for the people. So the first point we said is that key password should not be written anywhere. You have to keep your password. First thing is that as a phrase, don't keep as a one word. It should be a phrase. Another important thing: never write your password anywhere. You're talking about notepad. I'm saying no, don't write anywhere. It has to be a it has to be memorized by you, by some phrase. That is the first thing. Writing password, you are talking about how safe. It is not at all safe. It's a dangerous to keep like that because getting a password by anyone can lead to anything. Correct? If you are working for any organization, even if you have got a very least privilege, but if your password gets hacked, that attacker can come to your system to up till the admin. Even if you have got multiple type of your security in place, but they can come. So first and foremost is that your password should not be written anywhere, and it should be a phrase. It should not be a word. Next point is that you should change your password very frequently. Maybe in a maximum late is 1 month. Also, if you can use a multi-level password, like maybe the token, some token to it, two-factor authentication. That is the best way to do. And that I think that is the must to do nowadays.
Okay, sure, sir. I'll do that. So, thank you so much, sir. It was a pleasure
Thank
speaking with
you.
you. Looking forward to connect with you again. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay.
Which things worries you more, AI being used to defend system or AI being used by the attackers?
So, as I said, like AI has been used for defense system for like more than 10 years. But now the entry level for attackers, it's much easier to generate attack scripts without deep knowledge. So I think now the shift and the money is using AI for attack.
Right.
Like that's
Can you share an example where AI has helped improve security in your organization?
So we usually had like cloud deployments, and we always used like intrusion detections and intrusion prevention systems, where they usually have classical machine learning. I mean, classical machine learning before GPTs that monitor the traffic and our rules. And if there were violations or something that it was something different from the norm, then it will raise alarms. So I do not like me. I never had time to check like 1 million logs per month. But if something was suspicious, it's easier to just check 3, 4 and reason from there. And there's also this CMs, like security information and event management systems, where you should aggregate like from the whole organizational infrastructure in them, and again use this let's say classical ML to see what deviates from the standard and the norm.
Okay. In your opinion, which cyber risk should ordinary citizens in India be most concerned about in the next 5 years?
So it's hard to say because at the rate that technology progresses in the last years, one big cyber risk it's besides the AI, that due to AI advancements, maybe quantum computing will become fast tracked. Instead of 10 years, 5 years, it might be there in 1 to 3 years, maybe not 1, but 2, 3 years for sure. So then it means you as a small business, you should switch to these certificates for your website that are quantum resistant, because they can be cracked. And it will be the same with banks, not banks. If you interact with your bank, you should make sure that people cannot hijack and detour your funds. So I say this because of the AI advancements, it's very hard to predict for the next 5 years. I can't even predict like the next 2 years. But
because of the rapid innovations and everything, it is moving very fast, very rapidly. That's why.
Yes.
Right. With AI and automation, do you think cyber attacks will become more about scale rather than sophistication?
Scale, yes. But from the scale, also the sophisticated ones will increase, because the entry level now it's much lower to conduct cyber attacks. So more people will get into it. And, at the end of the day, it's still an economical activity. So if you make money from low-hanging cyber attacks, you'll be more motivated to go in depth to try more sophisticated ones.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
How can India balance cybersecurity investment between underdeveloped areas that need awareness and development hubs that face sophisticated attacks, in your opinion?
So I think this is tricky, because usually when you develop underdeveloped areas, you always have to tie it to bringing value to the society. And India being a democracy, they should care about the voters. So like this is how politics moves money from taxes. They care about where the votes are coming. So you should have first a leadership, like a political drive, to maybe held accountable the directors or the responsible people for these regions, personally accountable about mitigating cyber risks. So in Europe, we have this Digital Operations and Resilience Act, where it says you as a director, let's say in a rural area in Romania, if you have critical infrastructure that serves the population, like a water pump, you should actually make sure you have cybersecurity controls in place. And then somebody approved has to audit and say, yeah, you're not lying. It is true. You're doing everything to protect and report. And then there's actually a law. It's from the European Union that says you as a director, if you don't do this and comply, then it's not the organization that you have will get a fine. It's you personally. You'll get a fine from your personal funds. And if you do big negligence and it affects people's lives, then you can be held criminally accountable. So nothing will change if the political leadership level doesn't change and puts accountability on people. But if you manage to do this, then I'm sure that it will be much better than now.
Okay. Last but not the least, I would like to ask a bonus question to you. What are your suggestions or advice for the young generation, especially the Gen Z, who wants to come into the field of cybersecurity and AI?
Oh, so this is very hard. It's mostly because now entry-level jobs, now it seems everybody wants to cut costs, and they do not want to hire juniors. They just say, you maybe middle cybersecurity, just use AI and treat it as a junior. So this is hard because in a few years you'll not have trained people to be the middle seniors, because no people age. So I will say, I think a great success, I mean, it's a bit unconventional, but maybe it will help entry-level people, is to try to partner with these small and medium enterprises, because they don't have a big budget, so they can actually penetrate. For example, if you see a shop in your neighborhood, they use Windows to process payments or interact. Maybe offer to install a free antivirus for them, or set up a firewall. So this you already gain practical experience and help the community. People will think, oh, this person knows their stuff. I can vouch for him and recommend. And sometimes they pay. I mean, they don't pay as big as a big corporation, but you start making an income and you actually help the people around you. I think this is the only way, because if you apply, for example, for a big corporation, they already have a big pipeline of talent, and if 1 million people, 1,000 people apply for one position, it's just luck. It's just luck.
Right, right. So the young people should mostly work on their skills, right?
Yes, like start. So it's also in terms of like the business mindset. Try to bring value to the people around you in the community. And if you're on cybersecurity, you should focus value in the cybersecurity, right? Because it's the people you interact with. If somebody in your apartment building gets hacked and you actually connect with them to share movies, you might get a bad file.
Right, right. Okay, that's it then. It was a wonderful podcast with you. Thank you so much for all the insights and everything. I hope the listeners must be getting very intrigued by this. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Moody. So have a nice day. I guess.
Have a nice day. Yeah.